Ladies and gentlemen, apes and apettes, welcome back to another installment of Applebee earnings besides the iPad revenue with TCI, baby. This is why I wanted to hold off making this video until we did get the first initial Apple numbers, because Apple controls 6% of the S&P. Apple started to rip, as you guys can see, and so did the S&P. Now, you can see a pop, lock, and a drop. That's a term some investors use. I like that term. The stock could go straight up in after hours, stay up there, and come straight back down by the earnings call, because that's going to be more important. From what I can tell, Apple did not give guidance numbers in their earnings report, so we're going to have to pay attention to 5 o'clock once the earnings call comes around and see what direction this is going to go. It's starting to come down right now. We do have a free Apple $155 put that expires tomorrow. If they give bad earnings, that could hit very well, or it's just going to be a free trade that went down the toilet. Either way, if you guys need mentoring or you guys just need assistance in your options trading, check that link out down below in the pinned comment. But let's get into this whole situation with Apple, as well as what is going on with the news today and what is going on with AMC. So if Apple does have a positive day tomorrow, that's going to bring up the S&P. That is going to also bring up your small and mid cap stocks, which include AMC. And the glory of this is that retail has not been buying retail stocks. So the hedge funds have had a free and clear path to short these stocks into the ground, and that's exactly what they have been doing. So once the markets do pop and people start to flood back into those small and mid cap stocks that are down 60 or even 70% from their peaks, then you're going to see market makers and whoever is short on those stocks flood to cover those. So you're going to see big pops more than likely tomorrow, as long as all things are good with Apple's guidance. So that's the scoop as far as that. And obviously it is bringing up the S&P here in after hours, up 0.37%. Apple, it's still not out of the danger zone. We were higher intraday today with Apple stock, but this is going to be a very volatile situation. We might make a video later on tonight, depending what the guidance is, if it will affect your portfolios. Now let's dive into the situation with AMC. So AMC did close the day at $14.52, up 7 cents in after hours, up 0.5% due to this Apple beat, because they're going to drive up the whole market, like I just said. And it was a pretty rough day, down about 9%. And this is kind of what I've been talking about, is we are going to see a sell-off if the broad market does sell off, but the pace of the sell-off until today has been going very slow, but we have been seeing big moves. As you guys can see, the highs for the day and the lows for the day, these wicks on the candles have been very wide, and the actual candles have been very narrow. Besides today, it did widen out. So all in all, I do expect a bounce tomorrow. Apple is typically a positive stock after earnings, but like I said, it will depend on that guidance that we do get. And as far as that is concerned, I do think you should expect to see AMC above $15 per share, or close to $15 per share by tomorrow, by the end of the day. And that is what the price target was on Sunday, was $15 for AMC by the end of the week. If for whatever reason we do see a big bounce in the small and mid cap stocks and shorts start to cover in a small way, then I would expect the stock to make that move back to around $17.50 to $18.50, and that would be a substantial move from where we are currently at the mid $14 price range. After that, if we do see this continuation effect, because we do have like a month and a half until the March meeting for the Fed, and that's really when you're going to get a lot of fear baked back into the markets. We're in a weird time frame. The markets are digesting everything, but overall, if this does start another bullish trajectory for the small and mid caps, then I would expect that move back to about $23 per share by March. So that is my guidance. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with Apple's guidance. Now, as far as some of the news that did break today, you guys can see that GDP grew at 6.9% pace to close out 2021, stronger than expected despite Omicron spread. And that's really what I want to get across as well. And what I have been saying for a while now is that I do expect revenue to go down at a lot of companies in 2022 due to not really having stimulus out there now, right? I think it's pretty straightforward. I could be wrong on that, but it's going to be very hard to top 2021 numbers. And if investors are not comfortable with that, then you will see the markets probably flat for a while, if not head to the downside. So keep all of that in mind. That was really the big headline that did come out today. And then Robinhood shares tank 15% after it loses users forecast week revenue, baby. You guys can see down 15%. This is under $10 per share right now. So it said the newly public brokerage anticipates first quarter revenue of less than $340 million, down 35% compared to 2021. Wall Street's consensus estimate was for $448.2 million in revenue for Q1. Monthly active users fell to 17.3 million last quarter from 18.9 million in the third quarter. This number was also below estimates of 19.8 million according to FactSet. So it is true, people are leaving Robinhood, and that's why they are trying to do whatever they can to reassure to you that what happened in January will not happen again. It's too late for Robinhood, and we lost money, but rest assured, people that own Robinhood stock, the hedge funds, Citadel owns part of Robinhood, Vlad and everybody else that had a part in what they did also lost a shit ton of money, billions of dollars. So rest assured in that aspect, that's really it as far as the news is concerned. I figured you guys would get a kick out of that situation. Now, as far as some of the data that you guys need to know for the Ortex data, you're looking at, let me give this a bit of a refresher. 20.1% short interest of free float, 103.14 million shares that are sold short. Cost to borrow max at 2.32%. Share utilization is at 74.19%. Days to cover at 2.52. You can also see the exchange reported short interest did come out yesterday for the day of January 14th, and that came in at 18.9%, and days to cover was confirmed at 2.35. So all of this still looking incredibly bullish, and once that rotation goes back into those small and mid cap stocks, you're going to see a lot of buying power. Retail is simply not buying stocks right now. It's funny, people don't buy stocks on the way down or when they're down in the dirt, but they buy stocks once they start to pop. So use that to your advantage. Now, as far as the Stocko Tracker data, if we do see a big pop tomorrow as far as just a secular rotation, or if everything just gaps up, then I would expect the options to have a influence to that. You're only looking at 1,600 calls that are in the money, 176,000 calls that are out of the money. In the money puts at 66,000, out of the money puts at 36,000. So a lot of puts in the money, a lot of calls that are out of the money. If you see that bounce, that is two parts or two forms of buying power from the market makers, just as far as the option chain is concerned. Now, the max pain is sitting at $18 per share. I wouldn't hold my hat on that, quite literally, but it is possible nonetheless, or close to that. Like I said, in between 1750 and 1850 is certainly possible if Apple does give good guidance. So as far as what you guys need to know, that is pretty much it. The volume for the day on AMC is sitting at 50 million. That is kind of insane. The 20-day simple moving average in the Bollinger Bands is at $21.11 per share. So that is obviously the next level above $20 we have to break out above, and then we should get a lot of momentum once we do break out above that. As far as the MACD is concerned, we are bearish, but slightly bearish. We're not that bearish, and this could flip very, very fast, and that will send trading algorithms to buy the stock. So that is basically going to be all for this video. That is what you guys need to know. Hit that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel. Check out the pinned comment down below for the buy and sell alerts. Feel free to ask any questions over there or source your trades also. Now, if you guys want to get 5 free stocks with Moomoo, thank you Moomoo for sponsoring this video. Check that out in the description of this video. You get up to $3,500 per stock. 5 free stocks. Can't go wrong with some free money right now. I know we're all pretty substantially down in our portfolios, to say the least. So check that out if you guys want to. Love and appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys later on tonight, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the stream. But like I said, love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.